Hey guys, Don and Paul Walker here. We just want to do a quick video today based on intentions. We went to the San Diego event and just recently the Austin event, and really it was a breakthrough in our personal lives because we really didn't get a grasp on the business, and this one particularly is just for Empower Network. It didn't really get our attention
Or
until,
click.
yeah, it didn't click at all until we really went to Austin because truthfully, we just had a mindset on making money, and
Right.
in this day and age, I'm sure that everyone could agree that
It's
you
important.
definitely need more money. You know, we have a
Right.
family of five, but something happened that was very crazy. Something happened that was very different, that just completely just changed our entire, viewpoint of where we're going and what we, refuse to go back to,
Right.
and definitely what we want and our desire for a better good. Because, Dave Wood cried on stage, and this is a grown man in front of almost like 4,000 people,
Yeah.
and you can just see his heart because I've been involved with so many network marketing companies, and I never really had just a personal connection
Right.
with like the people in the company.
Monthly. Yeah.
We just used to just sell products.
We were product pushers.
We were just pretty much product pushers, and I worked door to door, so. Although I did build relationships and friendships, I really didn't have a chance to really build quality friendships.
Or get to know
Um,
some of these people's stories or anything.
Yeah, and that was a cool thing because we did meet so many people,
Oh yeah.
and it really just changed us to really focus on our intentions for this year. In the next 3 months, our goal is to be able to ramp up to 20,000 per month, and we used to sell things vicariously all the time.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we used to always find a way throughout our problems and be able to just make it through the tough times.
Right. I remember like when I was pregnant with my daughter, and my husband was, he had just lost his job, so he was trying to find a job, but we didn't have money while he was looking. So I was like 8 months pregnant, and every weekend I would pull out everything out of our garage that we had bought from a friend, wholesale or whatever, and sell things on the weekend just to make it through 1 week. Just to make it, to buy groceries for our two other kids. Just to make it to pay a little bit of bills. And it was, another way of just making it through.
Right.
That
Yeah,
was-
and the last job I had when we first came to Denver, it was a major struggle because we were nearly on the brink of homelessness. I mean, we were in a hotel. We had about
Yeah.
maybe just about a month or two left, and I'm telling you, I was really just scared. I'm telling you, I was really just terrified because I felt like a failure too. I really felt like a failure, and I really just. My wife really at the time, she really supported me, and I felt like I just failed my family. And I just remember that moment. I just made a decision. I said that I first of all will never do this again. As far as financial choices that I made personally and some investments I made were bad at the time. And this was back in 2004. But I remember we had our son, our oldest son at the time, which was about 5. He's 13 now.
Yeah.
And our younger son, our daughter wasn't born at the time.
Our younger one was what?
He was about 2 or 3 years old at the time, and he didn't know. But our oldest son was like knew that we didn't have a home.
Yeah.
And I really tried to just convey that we really tried to trick him to say, hey, this is our home, this is just temporary.
This little hotel room with a dog in it.
I know we had our dog in a corner, and our dog looked just like he was just miserable because he knew that
He made the noise of what's going on.
Animals just know that they're not in the right place, and that was kind of a turning point where we just really started to fight hard, and just said, we just deserve better than this.
Right.
And we did. I mean, we really just started to go out there and sell stuff, the yard sales. We put stuff on eBay. My wife was really gifted at antiques and be able to find things of value. And we were just working so hard. We were involved in our own network marketing companies at the time. My wife was going out even knocking door to door, selling her own product. At the time, it was a candle product, which she really was passionate about. I had my own potions and lotions and all the nutraceutical stuff, and we were just working it. I mean, we were just calling. I was calling leads after work. I had a little job. I'd call until 9 o'clock at night. I had the 100 leads for $1 each. 100 leads for $100.
Yeah.
And I just remember that it was just a grind, and
But
we just got tired of
working
it.
but getting nowhere.
Well, we were getting results, but we were just so worn out. We're coming up with like 5 or 6 thousand a month, but we were just grinding so hard that eventually we just burned out and was just like, screw this, we can't do it anymore.
Right.
And eventually I took a higher paying sales job. I got back into sales and management, and I just really tried to work it to get, our goal was just an average of 10,000 a month. That's always been our personal goal per month, because as a family of five, if my wife wasn't working, then I felt like I needed to really, step it up. And the thing is, my wife, she has asthma, and there have been times where she's been sick multiple times, up to 7 times in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the times where the doctor said, hey, she can't work like this. She can't work this hard. And she was really working really hard. And he said, like, she keeps doing this, it's really going to get worse in the future. And the last time she was in the hospital, it just about terrified the crap out of me, because she was on life support for 2 weeks. And the doctor said that she can't work like this anymore. And she literally just about quit her job and just reduced her hours. So that I said to myself, I had to step up, because I'm healthier and stronger, and I have to really just be the provider in the family. And I'm only human myself, so excuse me, I eventually started to burn out too.
And your body started to break down.
I did. I mean, my knees are definitely not the same anymore. I don't have the same level of health, because I've worked countless hours out there. And the last job I had, I was knocking door to door, and I did that for a telecommunications company. And I tell you, it just really almost just took us down. I mean, 12 to 15 hours, I was out there. I lived out there.
And not to mention what it did to our family.
It did. I mean, it just about broke us in half, because I was never home.
Never home.
I mean, the phone would ring, and in the middle of dinner, and I would answer it because it would be a prospect. And, I would usually sell the customer because it's what I did, but I just realized that I would stop eating dinner, and I wouldn't even want to eat after that. And 3.5 years of that, what does that do to a family? So that's really our motivation.
Right.
Our intentions equally. I mean, to make it to what's your
both of our intentions is just being financially free. To go into a store and not have to look at the price tag and say, oh, you know what, we don't have enough right now for this, so we're gonna put this back, and not look in my kids' eyes and say, you know what, mommy and dad can't afford to put you in that class right now. Maybe next year. And, it just destroys them. And it destroys it destroys me when I can't provide the things that I want to provide for them. It's heartbreaking at times. So my intentions are to, this year, to build up our income and build a stronger family, as well as happier family. And to help people to believe that this is not just some other, whatever, MLM or something online that, somebody's trying to sell. It's not about that.
Right.
It's not.
I would definitely agree.
It's really not.
Main thing, folks, is that, we're tired of grinding so hard. I mean, I could sit back and say the best day I ever had was $1,200. The best month I ever had was $13,000. But I never was home. And
no.
I just walked away from it because we just always want our kids to have more. But really, your kids or your family, your loved ones, they need you.
Yeah.
They need you. They need your time. They need you to be in their lives. And the only way to do that is have passive income. The thing is, it is possible. So we're running this race, and we'd like to definitely bring people with us. And that's the whole purpose of doing this video, is because we're definitely adamant. For the next 3 months, we're going to go to Chicago. Our tickets are already purchased. We're ready to go. We're done on that. But we want to take people with us. We want to help people out there because we're tired of people struggling like the way we struggled for years. And we're tired of the ones who work and make good income, but they don't have quality time with their family. So it's either you're not making enough money or you're making a lot without time.
Right. And I mean, I came from the childcare industry where moms and dads would drop their kids off. They would be there from the time I would open 6:30 to 6:30. And it was so sad to see the children there all day long. And a lot of them, they miss their moms and they miss their dads. But those parents had no other choice. They had no other choice. They had to do what they had to do because that was their way of saying, this is my only option to provide for you, is to go out and work a 9 to 5 or a 12-hour shift so I can provide to you. But there is another way. there is another way.
Well, the way for us is Empower Network because, we went to the first event with 0, and this next event in Austin, we stood up. They did the commission countdown, and we made money, and really didn't even register. Like, oh, we made some money, great.
Yeah.
We went there, and no, we stood up, and 95% of the people stood up in that audience, and it was about 4,000 people, and it blew us apart because there were so many people out there that are hurting that need the money that were actually making it, and you could see and feel the hope they had because they knew that not only the money that we're making, the potential of where their future was going to lie and where they're going. And Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, they have that vision, and they definitely want to bring people with them, and what they provided and what they created here really showed in that event. And, Dave Wood was on stage crying, so it's just shows you his heart and Dave Sharp's heart.
And the energy in the room.
The energy in the room with the people was just amazing because people were just hugging and loving each other, just reaching out and just showing a lot of attention and affection and care and building friendships and new relationships and just being a group of people. Very genuine. Really, we never opened up like this in an event. And, I never really thought I'd be all teary-eyed, and I really got emotional in this event myself because people were just really coming out and expressing themselves in their true colors of who they are and what pain they've had and their life experiences and the struggles they've gone through and the victories they had and the victories that we're going to have together. And those are the things that really just inspire us, and those are the intentions that we're going to work on this year and what we're going to focus on and why we're so motivated and why we believe so much in helping other people, because making money is great, folks, but when you wake up and you can't help other people and you don't have a heart for other people and you don't embrace the pain of what other people go through, there's a whole world of people out there that are struggling, and really we both hate to see. Paul and I hate to see people struggle. So if you're with us on that plan, you definitely agree, we are with you as well. Your family definitely deserves it. Your friends and loved one deserves it. Definitely friend us on Facebook. If you have comments or questions, you can definitely send us a message. But we're here for you. We're stepping up on the plate for you to support you, and we're going to come up together as one. Other than that, have a good day. You definitely deserve it.